Live from a kitchen somewhere in Las Vegas, it is Keto Cooking. Hey everybody, welcome back. I am Tom Garber, the Keto Cook. Well, today we are going to embark in a different way of doing things. Now, what do I mean by this? I'm going to change up some of the ways that I've been cooking things. I'm not going to try to mimic, like say, cheeseburger. Today we're going to be making cheeseburgers, but we're going to make it in a new way for a new lifestyle to look at it. Not trying to mimic something or change things up. Trying not to make something that it's not. And that's basically what we're going to do. As far as the food prices that are in the stores today, there's nothing you can do about it. So let's move forward. The best way to do this is to take what we have, work with it, and make it delicious. So you know what? Let's cook. Today we're going to be making zucchini fritters, keto style. Okay, on our chopping blade here, or actually grating blade, there's a slice. You can slice with this. And also what we're going to do is we're going to grate it. We're going to put a fine grate on this because I do want this to be more shredded than sliced. Take this out of here and just take the ends off. Split it, and here we go. Okay, there it is, right there. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this is sopping wet right now, so what we're going to do is we're going to take it, and this is going to get dry. Okay, now, this is nice and dry. It's as dry as you're going to get it. Now I'm going to make these, like I said, I was going to make these two ways, but then I changed my mind, okay? This is the whole new approach of what I want to do. I want to take traditional foods that we're all used to having, and especially trying to make it into a keto dish, whatever. Well, that's keto friendly, but it's not a cheeseburger. We're going to make things totally different. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to be using, just making chaffles with this. So we're going to get on with the recipe, and I'm going to show you how this is. Nice and easy, but we're going to, like I said, do it in a totally different way. Let's cook. Okay, so I'm going to bust an egg. I just had to ask the boss about how she does this, because Marie normally makes these chaffles ahead of time. But what I want to do is I'm going to add a little different to a little nuance to it, add different stuff to it. So now, normally I would run this through the blender, okay, or the food processor. And it calls for 1 egg, I think it's like 1.5 cups of. This is cheddar and Monterey Jack. We're going to add 2 cups into it. Break it all up. Now the cheese has some salt in it and stuff like that, so I'll just leave the seasoning alone. Get this all sort of stuck together. And you're saying, well, all you're doing is making melted cheese and egg. Basically that's what it is. So I'm going to add in a little bit of. Now you can make fritters, okay, and you can put a little bit of shallow oil into a pan and fry these up, okay. I'd rather do it in the irons because that's what they're made for, and I got to tell you, they come out pretty good. Now there's a couple different channels on YouTube that do these, especially for keto or carnivore. All right. Obviously, this is not carnivore today. This is got some little vegetable. Now I like to use zucchini. Zucchini is pretty versatile as far as how you want to use it. Oops, Butterfingers. If you add any kind of sauce to it, no matter how you do it, I like to use these as roll-ups. Also, I mean, there again, you can there's 100 100 ways to do it to make it all work out. The reason why I'm doing this today is I'm not going to make it like a hamburger. In other words, I'm going to quarter these when they're done. I'll make a nice dipping sauce, and then I'm going to make a cheeseburger a different way, and you'll see what I'm talking about. And hopefully it'll come out the way I want. So rather than bitch and complain about meat prices are too high, we can't have this, I'm going to move in a different direction, and I'm going to make sure that everybody understands that it can be done. Cheaper cuts of meat, tougher cuts of meat, we'll deal with it. Waffle makers, these little waffle makers, the irons, when the blue light goes off, that means they're ready to go. And also into the mixture I put probably maybe a quarter cup of this Parmesan cheese in there. Shredded Parm. Gives it another good flavor to it. Alright. Open one up. And these irons are getting kind of old, so we've had them for a while. So I'm going to just put a little olive oil on them. Just to... There's enough oil in the cheese, so... Sparkle there. Alright. Now here's the mixture with the Parmesan in it. There again, I didn't season this. Cheese does have a tendency to be a little saltier, so we'll just leave it go like that. Now, I am going to take my little ice cream scoop. Now Marie does it different, but I'm doing it my way here. I'm going to see how this is going to work. So on this one right here, I'm going to just flip it over. Squish it all down. I need a little bit more. There again, don't want to overload it. But in the same token, you want to get enough in there. Close the door. Open the other one. The other one in. Great smell. Okay, so on these burgers we're going to stack them. So what you want to do is you want to cut this. This is a nice sized red onion. I love red onions. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to cook these. And what I want to do is I want to make sure that they're pretty even. And I'm going to put a skewer through them. Okay, and you can see it coming through. Oops. Just to hold them in place. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to break this one off here. I'm going to keep them in place as much as possible. This one might do a little bit better because that's the thickness of it. See, this one got a little thinner. And what I want to do is cook these intact because I'm going to be building a different kind of burger. Let's go right through the center part here. Now, do you have to go through all this just to make a burger? Well, you know what? Changing things up instead of the conventional way, why not? Why not try something different? New outlook on stuff. Yeah, that went through pretty good. All right, so now I'll just break that off. And these are ready to go. All right. These chocolates are done. There'll be 2 more. We ate one to taste it. What a great taste this has. Now this can mimic basically a fritter, no matter how you add it up. So They're nice. And I'm going to cut these, quarter these, and I'm going to use these as for a dipper and alongside the cheeseburger. So there again, playing with your food 101, but making it in a different way. Alright, I'm going to get this pan heated up, a little bit of olive oil in it, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to be dropping in these onions. Now, I am going to cook these to the point where they are almost translucent, but I'm going to keep them still together. And then what I'm going to do is, I hope that they are the same size, not shrink too much as the burger itself. Now, doing it this way, I'm going to be building it so it looks totally different from a regular hamburger that you would have with a bun, or if I would, in the past, put it on a chopper. So how I'm going to plate this, and I hope it works out, is just to change things up a little bit, get a different idea. Who knows, maybe we'll start a new trend with doing it. But on the cheeseburger itself, there again, cheeseburger with onion. And then I'm going to have the zucchini fritters waffle style around the plate with a dipping sauce. That's basically what we're looking to do. Okay, let's get the flatter side here down into the pan. Now there again, I'm going to cook these up and we'll come back just before we start the hamburger. And these are burgers that I ground up myself. I'm going to put them in there. They don't fit. That's why it saves. Save the butter wrappers, okay? And wrap them up in there. All works. Money saver. Now, as you can see, the onions are starting to separate. This one here. That's why I put the skewer through it, okay? To sort of catch them. You have to do it this way. Now, I'm just trying to make it something different, a little more uniform. And you can see they're starting to caramelize a little bit. So we don't want to overdo it, but I want to make sure that it's still not raw in the middle. These burgers here are 70-30, that means 30% fat, 70% lean. So there's a little bit more fat in these burgers here. So halfway through the process, what I'm going to do is I'm going to, once I get the onions out of there, flip them once, and then upon the second flip on these, I'm going to drain some of the oil off in here because this is going to produce a lot of fat from the being 70-30. So we're going to drain that off. You don't need all that excess fat anyway. So the whole idea is to eat this in a way to where it's going to fill us up for the rest of the day. Okay, burger's first flip. Nice caramelization on there. Okay, being that we're having some zucchini, like fritters, I'm going to be making in this pan right here. I'm going to be using some lemon juice, butter, and I'm going to make a nice little lemon butter sauce for the fritters. Flip the burgers. Again, I drained them. This one sort of broke apart. Beautiful. I also add a little bit more butter to it with the lemon. Boy, the aromas are really good. And just a sprinkle, little touch of Parmesan, just to help thicken it up a little bit, and some parsley. Okay, there it is. Okay, the lemon butter sauce is done. Now we're going to put this together. Just get it up on a little bit on high. Place a burger in the middle. And then we turn it over. Now these shrunk up pretty much. They were kind of small. So, all right. Now getting two in the weeds here. You see the burger. Now the onions. Put a little some cheese up on top here. And then take a smaller burger, put that on there like that. Like I said, this is just different, something different. I'm not sure it was done like this ever. And you're just going to put a little bit of water in the pan. See what happens. Time to put the masterpiece together. Double cheeseburger. And they used to say it, have it your way. There you go. Delicious. I'm going to take a little taste of this one right here. Lemon butter, unbelievable. When Marie tries that. Okay, everybody, there it is. New way of doing things. Cheeseburger, simple, no bun. Gonna get filled up from these with zucchini, egg, and cheese. I mean, it doesn't get any simpler than that. Double cheeseburgers, red onion, can't go wrong. All right, everybody, thanks for watching. Tom Guiver, the Keto Cook. Talk to you later.